Hey everybody, we are going to be trying out some new watercolors today, and I'm very excited about it because it's from Arrtx, which is a company that I have not purchased from yet, but I have seen other artists use their products and had some good things to say about them. So when Arrtx reached out to me and asked if I would like to try their products, I said, absolutely. I'm really excited to try them. So they sent me watercolors and an adorable sketchbook that I can't wait to dive into. But let's go ahead and get into the colors that we have here. This is a cardboard box, would make a really cute gift. Cardboard feels different from all the other sets that I've purchased because they're usually in a tin. Little thank you card. We've got the colors listed here. And now our colors. Okay, this is nice. They've got all the colors listed right in the box. I am unsure about it being in cardboard. There's no mixing tray or anything, which does not bother me because I always just use a ceramic mixing tray, but I can get pretty messy with my watercolors, so I'm not sure about the cardboard, how that's going to hold up, but time will tell. I wonder if these come out. Do these come out? I think they feel like they would. There we go. Oh yeah, they come out. Okay, so yeah, you could take these out. There's a couple things that I'm thinking of. Do you ever see, these are usually fancier artists than I am, but they just get the colors that they're going to use and they just put those out and then they do their painting just from that. But the other thing I was thinking, hold on, let me grab it. Okay, you can grab a little tin like this and you can just put watercolors in there. I've done this before with tube paints that I had, but you can just put a little magnet on the bottom of these and put those right in the tin if you wanted to just kind of be messy with them and not feel like you have to be careful. Anyway, there's workarounds. There's always workarounds. They're beautiful colors. So I'm going to swatch these in just a second, but let's quick take a look at our sketchbook because this actually arrived a couple of weeks ago, but I just haven't had time. And I just think it's so pretty, but I haven't opened it because I wanted to do it with you on video. And I did realize after it arrived that this is hot press. I have never painted on hot press paper, but it is 100% cotton and it does say color lifting, hot press. So I'm excited to try this. Oh, that's pretty too. I don't know if you can see. Oh yeah, you can see that. This would be actually a cute little gift set for somebody. Okay, sorry, I got a little distracted there. All right, I'm gonna just, oh, wait a minute. Okay, so when I was taking that band off, I realized this is like a little pocket. I don't know what you would use it for, but I almost ripped it with the band, so I'm glad I didn't. Cute. Okay, so I have, now if I had not seen anybody else's videos before, I might be very confused about this binding because it's different from other sketchbooks I've seen. But what I've heard from other people is that ideally it will then lay flat, just the way this opens up and rests in here. I think I'll still have to use my clips like I do with all my sketchbooks, but it looks like really nice paper. Oh, there's perforated edges, which I knew about because, again, I've seen other people's videos. And I will be honest, at first, I didn't like the idea of perforated edges, but I think I'm going to love it because if you know me and have watched any of my videos with sketchbooks, you have seen that, okay, so this, sorry, back up. This is not watercolor paper. That's just kind of like a cover. I'm trying to see how to do this. I'm new here. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, sorry. Okay, so if you have seen my videos with sketchbooks, I am a nervous sketchbook person. So I am one of those people who doesn't like a messy sketchbook. I feel like I'm going to ruin a sketchbook if I mess up the painting. And so I like this. This feels like a good deal to me to get, I can just tear it out. If I feel like I really messed it up, I can tear it out. So I don't know. And I will tell you this too. I've thought this all through. I'm going to test the paper today with you, but then I I have a project idea that I am going to do with this sketchbook. So stay tuned for that. I'm excited. Even though this is way bigger than I'm used to. You know that. Even my other sketchbooks are like half the size. So this is going to be fun. All right, let's get to swatching. Okay, I'm going to clip here. So I did go ahead and clip like I thought I would. And again, this is not watercolor paper, this first page. It's just a cover. And I'm just going to move, I'm just moving this over so that you can see my colors as well. Okay. And I am simply going to just go, oh no, I still have paint on that brush. I didn't clean it very good last time. Sorry, Arrtx, that wasn't a very good intro. But you know what? It's pretty true to my channel. This is just the sort of thing that happens. I'm just going to dot that out and then I'll clean it out. Let me just get that over here. Oh, welcome. Welcome to my channel. Let's just clean that out because I want it to be a nice, true indication of what that color is. All right, we've got some lemon yellow. And let's just make it sure you can see me on the camera here. We'll just do a nice circle here. Maybe I'll have my circles overlapping so we can, oh, that is a nice smooth paper for sure. Oh, I can't wait to tell you what I'm going to be doing with this sketchbook. Moving on to cadmium yellow. You know what? Rather than making you just sit through this, I'm going to just speed everything up. And just as I swatch these, I'm going to tell you about the book a little bit. What I didn't tell you is that the size of it is 8.27 inches by 5.79 inches. It is 140 pound, 300 GSM, 100% cotton paper, hot press, and 24 sheets of paper in a hardcover book. Everything's linked in the description, and if you click on the link for this one, it might bring up a different looking sketchbook, but there's just 4 different options. So just click on the one that says 8.27 by 5.79 if you like this one. Maybe I let them blend a little bit too much, but that's okay. It still looks kind of fun. There's a couple I want to do over because I mixed the colors too much. Like this one, which would have been, what color was that? That is turquoise. This is ultramarine. I want to redo that one too because I feel like I had too much water. I'm still learning some new brushes that I recently got. So water control is not my strong suit right now. Okay, so that one, and then the Payne's Gray. That one confused me a little bit. So I don't know if I still had too much of the brown on there or if I still had brown on there at all. I'm not sure. But so we're going to start with the ultramarine do-over because it just looks like in the pan, it looks so dark and like royal. And on my paper, it looks like I just diluted it way too much. So let's just see what happens if I do it again down here. Yeah, that's a little bit more of what I was expecting. Okay, I just wanted to give the old ultramarine a fair shake here. Now, what did I say next? Turquoise. Because I think I'm going to love it. But then that purple went with it, which don't get me wrong, I still think that looks really pretty. But let's just do our turquoise. Oh my gosh, yeah, that might be one of my favorite colors in this whole set. That's gorgeous. I also like the Prussian blue. I think that's pretty. I'm going to do the Prussian blue again too because I don't know. I like Prussian blue and that looks just like a really nice one. Ooh, yeah, see, I had too much water on my brush earlier. That's Prussian. Ooh, that's pretty. And then the last one was the Payne's Gray. I'm going to make sure my brush is really cleaned off for that. Because usually my Payne's Gray, they have quite a bluish tint to them. So I just want to see if this is truly, because it really looks gray there, which I like. Oh yeah, it really is just a nice gray. That's nice. All right, let's paint something with these beautiful colors. Let me see how the paper's doing here. Again, I've never painted on hot press, so I literally don't know if you're supposed to do anything different with that. Don't worry, I'm not going to turn the page yet. I'm just seeing. Oh yeah, I do see that. Unfortunately, I got a little dinged up in shipping, but that's okay. That stuff doesn't bother me because I'm not like trying to put this in a gallery or anything. Yeah, I mean the paper, I don't want anything to drip. The paper is holding up well. I don't see anything. Let me dry this and I'll come back and flip it. I did just notice as I was drying, there's a little piece of the thread from the stitching that is just sticking out, but that's no biggie. Cut that off. And now let's turn the page and see how our paper is holding up. So it's, you can see, you can't see through it. You can see there's some from where the water was. Not a deal breaker for me whatsoever because I generally don't paint on this side. When I first started sketchbooks, I did, and then I realized I just didn't like it. So I started on this side. I mean, I just paint on this side. Because like this is the front of the paper anyway, and this is the back. And since they're perforated, you really could take them out. However, let me just tell you, like I said, I am going to be using this for a special project that I have in mind. And so I might be using front and back. I think for today, I will just paint what I'm going to paint on this side, and we'll see how it is when all is said and done. I changed my mind. I'm not painting on this side. You know why? It just doesn't feel right to be over here. So maybe if I was left-handed, that would feel great, but we're going to do it right here. All right, let's see how this goes. I have not painted this big for a long time. Now, I know some of you are like, that is not big, girl. I know, but I just am used to painting this big. So let's just see if I still can make something fill a page. If not, you know what we do? We do a background. So I'm going to just do a little whimsical bird for today. Prussian blue. And I'm going to use plenty of water, just really test the paper and have fun with this. Don't be mad about what I'm about to do, okay? Look, our little bird has a scarf on because it's winter, and I love winter. Well, it's not winter here. It's summer. But let me tell you, even though summer's not my favorite, we've had a beautiful summer so far, especially the last couple days. I will tell you, the pens glide a lot easier on this paper. You know what I really like about these colors in this set is that they really lend themselves nicely to whimsical styles, and that happens to be my favorite. So I think I'm gonna like, there's a lot of bright colors. Like their sap green isn't what I would consider a traditional sap green, and I've never even had a sap green in any of my sets, but the sap green I've seen other people paint with, it's a very natural looking thing. I was going to try the salt technique, but I ended up liking how my brushes looked up because it just looks like a cold sky, doesn't it? I ended up making it more purple so he didn't look like he was a transparent bird. Checking out the paper here, finishing touches. This is a sweet little set. They don't come as a set. You can purchase them separately, buy one or the other or both, and put them together for a nice little gift set. But I really do recommend these. I love this. I think the sketchbook is so adorable. And yeah, I hope that you enjoy it if you purchase it. And I think it's a really good quality sketchbook, nice hardcover, and it's attractive. So, all right. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next video.